Just because your butt pain is located at your butt cheeks does not mean that your problem is at your sciatic nerve at your butt. Guatam is a 51-year-old patient who has had chronic butt pain going back 12 years on and off, and it really came back bad about 5 months ago. He was adamant when he first came into our office that I have a problem at my butt. And for the first 3, 4, 5 treatments, he's just like, when are you gonna treat my butt? When are you gonna treat my butt? And as the visits went on, he noticed that whenever I treated his low back or his nerves in his belly, that his butt pain would get better. And anytime that I went to treat his butt tissue, the symptoms stayed the same. So he has sciatica, a version of it, which is disc pain referring down to the butt cheek, and it's not a local sciatic nerve entrapment in his butt cheek. And because of that, he's 50% better after 17 or 18 treatments or so. And we got a bunch of work to do because he's had this disc that's degenerated, and we need to make sure that he's able to sit and meditate for long periods of time because he's a Vedanta teacher. So enjoy this treatment with Guatam.
Yeah, the left thigh. And the right glute, much better, but activity and standing, again, after a few minutes, you can feel that tingling, so I stop. Like you said, don't irritate it, so.
The left thigh, is that still 65% better or same, or is it any more better since last visit?
I think it's the same. Today was the first time I sat in a cross-legged position, and I could go for about 10 minutes without pain, which was good. So I would say what you've been doing is helping it for sure. Both. I could be sitting like this, or I could be even sitting like this. Today, this morning, I was sitting like this. Okay. Yeah.
Let's start with that one, okay? The problem with being an adhesion release methods provider is that most of us are workaholic perfectionists. And Guatam is in his 20th treatment, and he's about 50% better for standing or walking up at 51 years old. And I like to get people better a lot faster than this. He's tried a bunch of other stuff, physical therapy again, chiropractic, stretching, this stuff hasn't worked, and he's improving. I often have to calm myself down and just say, Chris, chill out. It's moving in the right direction. He has disc degeneration that's shooting into his glutes on both sides, and he's getting nerve symptoms down to his foot. It's all moving in the right direction. As long as people are making progress, things are going the way that it needs to be, and however long it takes to get somebody better is however long it takes. One finger, what do you feel?
Not much. Maybe one little stretch here.
Full, what do you feel?
Same thing. A little bit of a stretch. Here.
Here.
Here. This is more. Yeah.
2.
1 or 1.5. Yeah. Maybe 2.
You could see that he was pointing right near the rectus femoris tendon in the anterior hip. So I typically will check especially the femoral nerve above and below the inguinal ligament because it's a very common spot for entrapment spots. But also the femoral nerve will come down along rectus femoris, go underneath rectus femoris, and then the lateral femoral cutaneous nerve will come out from underneath the inguinal ligament and go under the ASIS over rectus femoris. The butt bothers you walking, the thigh bothers you sitting.
But it's like difficult to say. It's not walking. When this pain is there, like it'll just suddenly come up. Like while I was sitting now driving, not driving, sitting in the passenger seat, comes and then it goes back in here. So
Sitting,
it could be standing. Yeah, sitting I would say mostly, yes.
wherever there's smoke, there's typically a fire. So usually when I'm doing general scans for palpation, I'm looking for smoke. I'm looking for hypertonic, trigger point, contracted tissue. So I'm looking for really hypertonic tissue typically, and then where that hypertonic tissue is, there is a nerve that's entrapped somewhere nearby. And where that nerve is actually entrapped will not be hypertonic and contracted or a trigger point. You will be able to have easy access to it. I found some spots at the lateral femoral cutaneous nerve, lateral to rectus femoris, right where the vastus lateralis lives, just anterior to the TFLI band area. So I'm probably going to mark the spot because I believe I'm going to turn him into side posture and then treat him that way. The lateral femoral cutaneous nerve comes out L2, L3, goes here underneath the ligament, and then it comes out underneath the ASIS bone right here, and it goes down the outside of the thigh. So when he's sitting with his leg turned out, this lengthens that whole nerve. So he's been complaining about this for a little while, and I haven't focused on it as a first priority. And usually when we focus on priorities instead of distracting ourselves, which I do, things get better. So I'm taking my time to palpate this. And now you might be asking, Chris, he has glute symptoms, why are you treating the lateral femoral cutaneous nerve? In 17, 18 treatment visits, when you're treating chronic sciatica or any type of referred disc pain in the butt, it's really important that you remove all major adhesions from the entire low back and hip region. And I don't think that I had treated the lateral femoral cutaneous nerve previously. So if it's really tight in the anterior thigh, the glutes are going to have to protectively work overtime in order to counter that force. Let's say if he's walking and that trailing leg is behind him. So therefore, all of the stuff needs to be removed over the course of care in order to get somebody the sustained relief they want. Is it still hurting?
Yeah, now, at this point, yes.
Okay.
It's reproducing what I'm talking about.
Over here.
Here. Yeah. Here.
Got it.
This whole way.
I changed positions from in front of Guatam to behind him, and the rule of thumb is wherever you have to put your body to generate better tension on the nerve entrapment is where you need to go. Because of what I felt in my thumb, I decided to move behind him instead. The lateral femoral cutaneous nerve runs down the IT band area and VL area like train tracks. They're parallel and there are two different nerves that go down the same nerve, but they also connect like a ladder. So what I'm doing right there, because I noticed that I was palpating from north to south or S to I, is I was feeling the nerve that was being stuck along one of the ladder rungs instead. So it's important to check all of the areas where a nerve can be entrapped, because a nerve can be entrapped anywhere. It's just not coming. It's not coming from there. Lie face down, Guatam. So he feels the butt pain at his sciatic nerve, but it's not coming from here because there's no adhesion. So it's partially coming from here, and then I'm just gonna check this right now really quickly. Go, James. Breathe, Guatam. Yeah. Good. You feel how this is better now?
Yeah.
So this is softer because I just released the sciatic nerve there.
Okay.
It's proximal sciatic nerve at medial adductor magnus. Coming up, my friend.